If you're struggling with Crown Jam but you just love this game, here's some tips to help you win more games. Tip number 1, formation. The best formation for you to run is the triangle formation. And it's pretty simple. You just have to have 2 people in front and 1 as the goalie or the rear position. And you tend to move as a team forward and back. Now you don't have to strictly stick to it, but keep in mind that this is the best formation for you to run. The biggest mistake that people make is a line formation where you have one teammate standing in their goal and then a middle that runs back and forth between them. This isn't actually the best strategy, and the reason why is because if this strategy doesn't work, you're just standing at the goalie doing nothing. I know it might seem like you're going to get free goals, especially in the beginning, but it really isn't the best formation to run. It's best to just run the triangle formation because then your rear or goalie can actually support you and push into their goal and turn it into a 3v2. Even if your opponent has someone at your goal sitting there, it's best to just leave them and push. You might lose to this strategy early on, especially as a new player, but as you keep playing, you'll get better at just intercepting their passes and stopping their line defense. Tip number 2. Now this tip is going to be a lot easier if you have a 3-stack or teammates that are communicating. You basically want to have your abilities up front attempting to score. So someone who doesn't have their ability or has already used their ability will sit at the goalie or rear position while your teammates rotate forward. Now, if 2 or more of you happen to have your ability, then you want to rotate 1 to the rear to counter your opponent's ability and stop them from scoring. Tip number 3, try intercepting instead of tackling. Now, some people don't know this, and I didn't know this when I started playing, but if you press the pass button, you'll do a sweep around you. That actually grabs the ball. This is the way you intercept shots or passes and the way you catch balls out of the air. So sometimes when you're going to tackle an opponent, it's sometimes better to just time their shot and jump in front of them and intercept their pass. And for those of you who are trying to play goalie or the rear position, or just trying to defend against a shot towards your goal, you press the same pass button to catch the ball out of the air. Tip number 4, always be blocking someone. You always want to be around someone. This might sound obvious, but a lot of people tend to not block anybody, or they tend to stack on one person, which leaves someone else open. And some people tend to fall back to help the goalie defend, but that's letting them freely push forward. The goalie is the only one that needs to be at the goal while they are pushing. Your job as a defender is to stand next to an opponent, preventing them from having an easy time getting to your goal. Having the opposing team so close to your goal will increase the chances that they score on you. But if you prevent them from pushing forward, then it'll make it easier to defend. And applying pressure can make them have to pass more, which will allow you the opportunity to intercept more shots. Tip number 5, hit the goalie. At higher ranks, most opponents will actually know how to catch every ball out of the air. It's basically like handing them the ball. A lot of players make this mistake. This means you have to have someone to knock people out of the way. This is why it's important to rotate abilities, because if you have an ability, you can typically get around the goalie. Now this doesn't mean you won't get countered, but at least if they're not prepared, you'll have an easy way to score. And if you happen to fail your attempt, then you have to hope that someone else has their ability that you can rotate with. The start of every game is very difficult because nobody has abilities, so the reality of it is you can't just run up to their goal and shoot the ball because they'll just catch it. You have to have a teammate knock the opponents out of the way. Now those were my 5 tips. I know they sound kind of funky, but hopefully I can bring you better tips later on, especially to get, to the higher ranks like Unreal.